Hey everybody, it's Sarah Griffith. I wanted to take some time today to talk to you about your meal planning. The fun stuff is kind of getting behind us. We've talked about water, we've talked about what you need. Now it's getting real. We kick off on Monday and you need to be prepared. In order to be prepared for the upcoming group on Monday, you need to start thinking about doing your meal plan. Because of the fact that today is Thursday, if you are a newbie to this, I highly recommend you sit down tonight, maybe with a glass of wine, because it is a little bit time consuming, and I want you to start planning your meals for next week. My advice is to plan Monday through Friday. Don't overwhelm yourself and plan into the weekend as well. And while you plan your meals, I sit down and I handwrite it. I used to do it on my computer. Sometimes I still do, whatever you like. But I get out colored markers for every color. If you're doing the Fix or Fix Extreme, and I get out reds, greens, purples, whatever, and I color code it so that I can keep track of how many I need. I usually make a column with what do I need in a day? I need 4 proteins, 2 fruits. So I make a column for that, and then I break it down by each day. I always plan my dinners for the week first, and then I reuse my dinners for my lunch so that it's less planning for me. But it's important to start with dinners because if your dinner is heavy on carbs, the rest of your day you need to balance it so that you're not eating more carbs for lunch or for breakfast. So if I have a double carb for dinner, I know that my breakfast cannot be oatmeal. It has to be eggs or something else with protein. So that's my advice in regards to doing your planning. I also recommend that you sit down with your grocery list beside you, and as you write down what you're going to have, write it on your grocery list. So do the same thing simultaneously. I like to use Pinterest for ideas. I also like to use a website called thegraciouspantry.com. It's all clean eating. But honestly, there's so much out there on Pinterest. You could just go and type in your bracket for Pinterest, like your weight bracket, and it'd probably spit you out a meal plan, but that's not tailored towards you and what you like, you know. My advice is to not cut out the typical family dinners. If you're used to meatloaf, still make meatloaf. Get, extra lean ground meat or switch it to ground turkey. Make your breadcrumbs whole wheat, whatever you have to do. But try to make it so that you're not making a million meals for dinner. This won't work if you're doing it over here and your family's still eating crap. You're doing this so that everyone can be healthy. So there needs to be a little bit of buy-in. You need to sit down with your family and say, look, I'm doing this for us. Please don't make this any more difficult for me by making me make 2 dinners or 2 breakfasts or whatever. So try to get them involved. If you have young children, I suggest that you ask them for help while you make your dinners. Ask them to help peel the vegetables or do something simple so that they feel like they're a part of it and then they're more excited to eat it. If you have a child that's not used to eating healthy, give them time. Their taste buds will change and they will buy in. They'll go down kicking and screaming, but eventually they'll get hungry enough that they'll just eat it. So I encourage you to ask everyone to join you. It's important that if you are married, your spouse understands your goals and they understand that you need time to plan these meals, you need time to prep these meals so that you can be successful with this program. I always try to do meal planning Thursday, Friday, finish by Saturday morning. And then Saturday I grocery shop, sometimes Sunday, and then I meal prep on Sunday. And what that means is that if I'm having egg muffins, so I make eggs and I put them in muffin tins and bake them for like 20 minutes. If I'm having that, I'll make enough for the first 3 days of the week, or I'll cut up all the fruit for a few days. And I portion it all out just so that it's a little bit less stressful for me because this is a lot of work, especially if you're not used to cooking all the time. This can be overwhelming, so I want you to set yourself up for success. Um, the worst thing you can do is try to do your entire meal plan on Sunday if this is your first time and grocery shop and meal prep. You're going to feel overwhelmed and it's probably going to derail your train. So if you are new at this, please, please, please do your meal plan this week. After this week, if you decide that you don't need it or it's not for you, that's okay. But I do not want you to go into this coming week without a meal plan. I would love for you to post your plan in the group. I think that others would benefit from seeing what you're having. It might give them some ideas. And if you're having struggles, please let us know as well. Realize that next Saturday is a holiday. You're going to try your best. You are going to be focused, and I'll give you some tips closer to the holiday. If 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 that's the case, if you're celebrating, you're going to a picnic or whatever. But um, anyways, I just don't let it derail you, and don't in your mind say, oh, I'm having a cheat day all day on the 4th of July. You're not. You're going to stay on track. I'm going to teach you how. So anyways, that is my advice for you for meal planning. I'm excited to see what you come up with, and I wish you the best of luck. Like I said, drink a glass of wine. It's a little bit time consuming, and if it makes you feel any better, I will let you know that when I first started, it did used to take me a good, I'll be really honest, an hour, hour and a half. That's why I'm telling you to do this tonight and do this into Friday. But after I got used to doing it, I can whip up my meal plan for the week in about a half an hour, which I know still seems like a little bit of time, but it's very much time well spent. I don't waste money at the grocery store. I don't have to worry about what do I have to make for dinner tonight. I already planned it, and I know I have all my ingredients. So, anyways, that's all I have. Thanks for watching, and best wishes to you.